check out the Friday podcast. Friday vibes.
I liked it. I didn't love it.
Trey.
Sounds like a stand-up dude.
Oh my God.
Hopefully you're watching the Friday podcast. Guys, we raw uncut up in here. Oh, shining fire.
Stop it.
Dumbass. How am I posing? But I'm getting really heated and heated. That's what it's all about. We want everybody to go out and just live for your Friday.
It's Friday!
It's the Rico and Trey show today.
Yes. Finally.
Fine.
I have been waiting for my moment, okay? Waiting.
Guys, so we're going to get into it, man. We are just excited to be back and just talking to everybody. And
Yes.
I did one of these episodes with me and Perrin, right? And so now it's me and Trey, and I think I'm only encouraging the beef to continue.
The only episode that matters right here, okay? Perrin, you snooze, you lose, all right? Be strong.
Guys, yes, be strong. Guys, so it is so much going on in the world today. As you can see, I am sweating
Yes.
because I've been running around. And as you remember from the other episode, it ain't no AC up in here. We got a fan, and I'm going to keep it going. Hold on. Because we just hot, man. And
Dying.
we're literally dying.
I'm okay right now, but geez.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, we back.
We here. Okay.
All right, guys. So we're going to just jump right into some Friday small talk, guys. We're talking about shooting your shot. And we are asking the question, why are girls and guys so inconspicuous with shooting their shot? Right? So I think that shooting your shot is like the final end-all be-all right before you guys get into a relationship, right? And so I think that a lot of people are shy and don't really just go for the gusto, right? And I think a lot of that has to do with life experience and not knowing how to handle situations, right? But how do we know how to handle situations if we don't experience things, right? So we got to just take the leap, right? So that's just really how I feel about shooting shots. Trey, what do you think, man?
Everyone's different. I always say, like, I've said this before, like, there are levels to it.
Yes.
Like you said, some people have life experience. Then,
Right?
And then there are some who don't have life experience. So the ones that don't even know what shooting your shot is. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't even know what it is. Like my friend, not to put him out, but my friend Davon didn't even understand what that term was.
Oh, wow.
When I was telling him about it, he was like, "What do you mean by shooting your shot?" I was like, well, "Let me give you an example of a time when I saw you shoot your shot at someone." He was like, "That's what I did?" I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
you did it horribly." But in the end, it worked out. It just depends on how you perceive shooting your shot.
Right.
So, some people think an eye wink. You know what I'm saying? Something so subtle means, hey.
Inconspicuous, right? It's like,
Yes.
be bold about it. Like,
And
because
some
we
people
want to
can't.
know. We want to know. Like, it's like the person that you're shooting your shot at, right? That you're trying to get. If they don't know, then
Yes.
it's all for nothing.
But as some of the people in the podcast have said before, like, they're afraid of, fear of the unknown. You know what I'm saying? The anxiety is what causes them to be shy, or they don't want to put too much in. They're just like, let me dip a toe in the water first, and let me test it out. It's a little too hot, a little too cold. Let me put my legs in it now. They want to see how far they can get. They're inching. But first they dip their toe, because no one wants to be rejected. Nobody wants to get hurt. You know what I mean? No one wants to get hurt, so they're not going to go full force. But then you got some that do go full force.
Yes.
And sometimes it doesn't work out, but they did it.
Exactly.
But they did it.
That's the thing. So then next time, hey, well, maybe I shouldn't go about it this way, but you really never know. You never know, and you just, until you do it.
Yes, I agree.
So you got to do it. I think people should do it, right? But don't be the eye winks, the rubbing the shoulder, the hair flip. I think all that is BS. I think that's BS, and I think that is flirting. And flirting and shooting a shot to me are totally different.
But what do you say for the ones that clearly like don't know how to shoot a shot at all?
Then, if you don't know how to shoot your shot, don't think of it as that. Just think of it as asking the person that you're interested in to go out with you. I mean, that's just a term, I think, and I think people just read too much into the term. And if you just take it back a little bit and remove the today, I guess, just remove this energy and just take it back to when you was in elementary school. What you do in elementary school? You wrote a letter.
Yeah.
You wrote a letter
Yeah.
or something, right?
Valentine's Day, you had to pass out cards. You know, you always get that special one.
Come on,
Yeah,
now.
that special one always went to the one you trying to shoot your shot at. So
Exactly. So that's what I say. I just encourage everybody to be bold. I think we all need to be bold sometimes, because I think by shrinking ourselves, right? Because that's essentially what we're doing. Shrinking ourselves, we are limiting ourselves to the possibilities that could be, right?
yeah,
That's just what.
yeah, sure, yes. I'm gonna say yes.
Yes, but you don't gotta say yes. But y'all know Trey is really saying no.
There's levels to it, but I'm going to agree.
It's definitely levels.
There's
It's definitely
to it.
levels, but it's like remove all that. Remove the levels. Okay, don't gotta be no levels. It really don't. Really
Doesn't have to.
Does it?
You're right. Doesn't have to, but there are.
But there are, because of
Well, people
right shy people.
like parents. Goes over his head every time.
Yes,
like you said.
but look, it goes over parents' head because what? The people that are doing it are being inconspicuous. Like if somebody came up to parent and said, "Hey, well, look, because I know the example you're talking about, and that person was blatant, but
He
just thought it was a
said
joke.
it still went.
But see, look, if you're not sure. If you not sure, the person that's on the receiving end of the shot, if you are on the receiving end of the shot and you're not sure, you gotta question, you gotta ask, and then but that's where people get scared, right? Get scared and they don't want to ask, but you gotta ask. Otherwise, you're not gonna.
Yeah, I
You're
agree
gonna
with
miss that
Yeah,
opportunity.
You're gonna miss it.
You're gonna miss it.
Fear is a big key in all of this.
Yeah.
Let's
Yes.
use that fear to drive us
Yes. there you
instead
go.
of hinder us. You know what I'm saying?
And what? God did not give us a spirit of fear, right? Boom!
We got a sermon over here. Hold on.
Do not make me no, but yeah, that's facts though. But guys, we're gonna get off of that. We're gonna get off of that because I think we could really a whole episode we could talk about it.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, yeah.
But we have so much to get to. Cancel culture. Boo. Or yay.
I'm like, yeah.
So I think the general consensus for a lot of us on the pod, we've talked about this before, is that there's certain people, certain things that this whole cancel culture thing is being pushed towards who should not receive it, right? But then there are people who should receive it. I hate even the term, really, because it's really just people who have spoken out or have done something. And I think this is the way that just the world is today, 2020. Because back in the day, people were saying crazy stuff, right? But won't nobody really speaking up about it. But today, just the way that the generations are, nobody's letting anything slide no more.
Nothing.
Okay? So people are saying these weird things, right? They saying these off the wall things, and so people are getting called out for these things. And the people that are getting called out for the weird, crazy things that, you know what I'm saying, the racist stuff that is being said, I am all for those people getting canceled. However, but the things that are being like just I don't want to say random because look, everything has a place. Like somebody feels some sort of way, right? Whatever the group is. I was reading an article on CNN. And so the cancelers, right? This is what the girl Leah who wrote the article on CNN said. The cancelers are the people who are oppressed, right? In some sort of way. So I know in conversation, Deontay brought up Johnny Depp in the abusive thing. Was it domestic violence issue that he had?
It was reciprocated.
Okay,
you know
right? So, and everybody thought that it was him, but it turned out to be on the flip side. Yes. So people wanted to cancel him. But in that situation, there you don't know all the facts. And I think people can argue, well, in a lot of situations we don't know all the facts, right? But we know the facts where there are facts. Okay? So for that situation, no, people were quick. They rushed to judgment, which the world does.
Yeah.
We rush to judgment and we don't get all the facts. But Trey, what you got to say, bro?
I personally think when it first started, it had a clear message. You know what I'm saying? It was clear. It was conscious. It made sense. We, the oppressed, felt as though we were supposed to speak out. You know what I'm saying? And it worked. We were starting to get rid of those bad guys. Harvey Weinstein was gone. We were using it to our ability. It was beneficial for us. But now it has become kind of tedious. So it's to the point where even if you don't speak, you're getting canceled. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't do anything. Like if I ever use an example, like even J. Cole, him and No Name, he wasn't even doing anything wrong at all whatsoever. But No Name took it upon herself to call him out, saying, "Hey, where's J. Cole when all this madness is going on? Hey, you're supposed to be a pioneer and a leader for all of this, and you haven't done anything or said anything. And I'm out here grinding, doing this for the community." And J. Cole was like, "Hold on, what is happening right now?" And he was like, "First off, I have been at almost all the protests. Just because I don't broadcast it doesn't mean I'm not doing it. And secondly, who made me the leader?"
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Rush to judgment.
Yes, they rushed to that without even giving him a chance. And they threw on, this role on top of him for what? He didn't ask for that. He was like, "I never said I was the leader of the Black Lives Matter."
Yes, and it's like if you have an issue with somebody, right? I don't know why we feel like we got to do this as celebrities. You want to get on Twitter and just say whatever. You know J. Cole or whoever the person is that you have an issue with, reach out to that person. It's just regular people just like you and me, right?
Yeah. Come on. But they have to make it an announcement.
Yes.
Because when you do that, you gain a following. And cancel culture is a big cult following right now. That's what it's become.
Yes.
And she knew that they would back her. You know what I'm saying? Like, people knew that. Even down to Nick Cannon. Like, granted, he didn't have to say what he said. If you do believe it, you have to know sometimes topics like that are not ready to be discussed with the world. It's not ready. And look what happened to us. Stuff like that, you can't, we're in a sensitive situation. You can't just say things like that.
We are in sensitive situations.
Yes.
And
it's a sensitive central city.
I'm off Nick Cannon. You should have never backtracked. But I'm here for it.
I am all for it. If you're going to say it, then stick to it. Because I don't feel like the apology was genuine. I feel like the apology was because he was losing things. He lost some of that merit. And I get it. I personally get it. But he gained, Masked Singer hosting back. He still never got back his one big thing, Wild 'N Out, because cancel culture is powerful. And don't forget, Nick Cannon is super rich and powerful now, but they can take. And I feel like they started abusing that power. They're like, you know what, we can take from him too. Hey, we can take from you. Hey, let's take from anyone who doesn't speak or says something slightly wrong.
And what in that situation, Nick Cannon, I feel like that whole umbrella of cancel culture, right? Other people have started to take on that. It started as what? Well, to me, it started as calling out all the people that were saying all the racist stuff that were opposed to
Or the
Black Lives Matter and this
sexual
whole
abusers,
movement,
too.
right? Okay. So then it just became, I feel like it was like something that the culture created, backlash on the culture, right?
Yeah.
And I felt like Nick Cannon is a part of that backlash. It's like, dang it, that's not the person we wanted to get, you know? You know, it's like, darn it. But, you know, hey, I agree with what Trey is saying about the climate and things. However, some stuff needs to be said. And I think people need to either get on board or get off board. So let me just read this last quote that the girl said in the article. She said, in all that what we just talked about is a lesson about proportion. So cancel culture's detractors, people who don't like cancel culture, may not like suddenly having to engage with historically marginalized groups, because those are the cancelers, right? A lot of the cancelers. But true government-sanctioned suppression of free speech and diverging opinions is happening all around us, right? And it's been happening for a long time. So I think we're going to continue to hear these things from people who feel like they're being oppressed or marginalized. And so we just got to buckle up, and anybody that's got to say something about it needs to get ready to handle it. What's up, Perrin?
Well, look.
The star has arrived.
Ruined my moment. This was the Rico and Trey show. God dang it.
I'm sorry for my tardiness.
It's okay,
Life gets in the
Perrin.
way sometimes.
It's all good. But guess what else is going to get in the way? It's a good thing that's going to get in the way, right? No. Marijuana reform, criminal justice reform is going to get in the way of all of everything. And I think this marijuana policy reform that Virginia Normal and the Marijuana Policy Project in D.C., all these people that are trying to get these laws passed, I think this stuff is great for marijuana prohibition. And it's real. I mean, anytime I use the word prohibition, I'm kind of like talking to myself. Like,
Yeah,
in my head.
sure.
Anytime I hear the word prohibition, I always take it back to what? Alcohol and everything that happened with that, right? What do you guys think about where marijuana policy reform is going? And I'm going to read these questions to you guys. I took a survey from the Marijuana Policy Project on what everybody thinks is happening with marijuana policy reform and what they think should happen. So what you guys think so far, man, as far as what's going on, what you guys have heard, and what we all know?
As far as Virginia goes,
Well, Virginia, I mean, the world, really.
I think it's
If you know about
there
the world.
is progress. I will say that.
Hold on. Speaking of progress,
Oh man.
we're going to let him sit down. I want y'all to get this segue. Who is this? Who is this? Who is
Who
this
do you
coming
think it
in?
is? If you guess right, Rico will pay you $5.
And Trey will give you a big kiss.
Why?
Man or woman?
That is dead.
And he just walked right across the camera.
Jeez, you didn't even wait.
You didn't even wave. You didn't even acknowledge the people, Deontay.
You know, Brian.
They didn't even hear what you said.
Disrespectful. No, I'm just Deontay said, y'all know who he is.
Exactly. And since you're late, you can answer the question, Deontay.
Deontay. So Deontay popped in right
Pretty good progress, yeah.
when we were talking about marijuana policy reform. So
Pretty good
Deontay,
progress, yeah.
that's it.
It's pretty good progress. I can't wait for it to be legalized federally, because some people can't seem to understand the difference between federally, state, or decriminalized. Anyway, can't wait.
Facts. Trey, you were
Shots.
You were saying
But yeah, I was saying there's progress going on, and it will be legalized everywhere sooner or later. I see that.
what I see happening is that the presidents need to stop it. The presidents need to get on board with talking about this. and they're not. And so that's what the Marijuana Policy Project and Virginia
Presidents.
NORML, huh?
Said the presidents.
Yeah,
Isn't Biden against it?
they're both technically against it, okay? But and I what I think and what Virginia NORML think and Marijuana Policy Project think is that neither one of them can win this election without this being on somebody's ballot or somebody's topic points. Marijuana policy reform, criminal justice reform. Parent, you wanted to speak on it?
Slow progress, but it's better than no progress. I'm still surprised that Virginia has progressed to where it is. Because if you told me, if you said, marijuana would be decriminalized in Virginia, I'm like, okay, sure.
Right.
Before some other
Before
states.
some other states too, like, yeah, okay, sure, yeah.
Okay,
But here we are.
here we are.
Shout out to Ralph. All right.
Yeah, thanks, Ralph. Even
Shout
though
out to
you
you.
lame sometimes, but
I don't
Thank
agree,
you.
Ralph. I don't agree, Ralph.
Sometimes you be on one.
sometimes,
right?
man,
I don't
I said
agree, Ralph.
Sometimes
I
I be
don't
kind of
agree.
like Ralph. What
that
do you-
blackface was lame.
That was racist.
Lame,
That
and
was
it was lame, though, right?
That was lame.
That was lame. So sometimes you lame, Ralph. but
Sometimes you rock
we-
it a little
we
bit,
rock
but
it.
I'm here for you.
Well, Ralph, look at
I
me.
didn't say anything.
I'll take the film benefits, not Trey. Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
All right, guys. So let me run these questions down to y'all, and I want y'all to answer yes, no, or unsure.
Sure.
Do you believe that cannabis policy reform is at the forefront of the fight for criminal and racial justice?
Yes. Wait. No.
Yes.
No.
Today, currently,
No.
it is the. I'm not going to go too deep into it, but it's
Go ahead.
it's the hot button topic.
It
of the day.
is the hot
yes,
button.
is gonna say yes. Yes.
It's the hot button.
Today
But
it is.
the reason why Deontay's saying no is the same reason why I question on clicking yes.
Mhm.
And what I think is that word forefront.
Mhm.
It's that word forefront.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so it's like, is it at the forefront?
It's up there though.
I would say no.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
It's not at the forefront, but like parents said, it's a hot button. So it's like
Yes.
right there. But at the forefront is defunding the police, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
That's true. That has taken.
Yeah.
So
And
Policing
racial
it.
justices.
policing, right.
Black Lives Matter.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I think that stuff is at the forefront of criminal and racial
Maybe
justice.
last year, 2 years ago, maybe you could have the argument. But right now, no.
It's that word forefront. It's just that word forefront.
Yeah,
but it is
agreed.
definitely a hot
Okay.
button. Like if it
That-
said, "Do you believe that it's a hot button?" Then I would say yes.
So
Yeah.
I think opioid was taking number 2 spot actually because
Opioids.
white people have been dying of opiates and stuff. So now they're kind of focusing on like we got to stop this and that'll stop all the crime. So they wanted to move down because you know why
They
Rico.
always yes.
You know why Rico.
They always try to find a way, right, to make something
We'll find
that
a
is
way.
important. Who?
I said, we'll find a way. That was funny.
Okay, it's anyways. So, next question is: do you support record expungement for those convicted under former cannabis laws in states that have decriminalized or legalized cannabis?
Yes.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Super
I mean,
yes.
I do.
Super yes.
Yes.
Would you support legalize or I don't know why I always confuse legislation and legalization. They look so similar to me.
It's
I can see why.
I promise you I don't have
Decriminalization, like
I
legalization,
promise you I
can
don't
see
have
why.
dyslexia. But would you support legislation that legalizes, taxes, and regulates cannabis, but does not, it's the key word, does not include equity provisions that promote minority business ownership and a diverse industry workforce?
No,
nah. It's not that deep.
So
it is that deep.
It is
I'm
that
saying
deep.
no. I'm not.
So you mean yes?
What?
If it's
Yes.
not that deep, then yes.
Not that deep then.
Excuse
Are
me.
you high
yes. Yes.
Jeez.
Yes. I
So-
had a cam moment. Put it
I
over the top of my
think-
head.
He definitely is ahead of the game.
Yes.
So I think that I answered yes. I would support it. If it no, I answered no because I just want to be balls to the wall and just try to get as much shit passed as we can. So I think that minority business ownership is something that needs to be addressed,
That's
right?
important.
And a diverse industry workforce. All those things need to be addressed. But some people may argue that it shouldn't be strung along with marijuana policy reform, right? And it should be something separate on
It does
itself.
feel like it should
Yeah.
be something on its own.
However, I'm just like, if you want to get out all you can, man, I'm for just try to get all you can. But I think that people are gonna. Some people, when they read that and see that that's a part of it, they may try to block it, right? So,
Yeah, I think it should be
What
a
y'all
separate thing.
It should be separate because the minorities having equity in marijuana, we're already behind because they've done us dirty with that. So having it not be a part of that proposed law is an issue. But if my only option is this, like either this or nothing, I'm
Yeah.
going with
right. If it's what you think, Deontay?
That's hard. That's hard.
It's so
In the
hard. I'm
past,
just
I would have
like,
said that, but
yeah.
I don't know, man. Like sometimes you gotta hold out.
Mhm.
I mean,
But if it's this or no, it's like no, we ain't even holding out. They won't even let us hold out. It's never gonna be. It's like
in that absolute scenario, then
Yeah.
of course I'll go for the yes. But I mean, life, I feel like it would be just like how the scenario first was like, hey, you either do hemp or nothing. We're not going to give you marijuana, but maybe we'll give you hemp. But if you see, you hold out, Now we got more than just hemp. We got marijuana, THC, look at Colorado. So I got to say, I would hold out more. And I think it should be a separate docket on its own. I don't think you should put those two together for multiple reasons.
So, last question is: do you believe that any police reform package passed by Congress should necessarily include federal cannabis policy reform?
One more
Can
time.
you
I'm
repeat
sorry.
that? Yeah, please.
Yeah, one more
I
time.
know what's tripping y'all up is the word police reform package. So, do you believe that any police reform package
Uh-huh.
passed by Congress should necessarily include federal cannabis policy reform?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I
Yes.
do agree. Because the police are using that
yeah.
unjustly.
Especially federally.
Federally.
Yeah, especially if it was state-wise, then you can make the argument for no because then different state, different laws. But federally, one foul swoop, you get everything together at one time. Yeah.
That's true. Because the thing is, it may be decriminalized here, legal everywhere else. But if the federal government decides, you know what, there's weed over there. Technically, it's illegal, so they can come into Colorado and take everything if they want to.
Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah, all right.
Hey.
Get out of here. Okay, so speaking of change and seeing things change and grow and new things happening, we can't have an episode of the Friday Podcast and not talk about wrestling. So speaking of change, we want to see change happen for Naomi. And somebody does not want to see that happen. Booker T. So I'm gonna read you Booker T's quote, but before that, I was watching. Shout out to Wrestling on Weed because I love that podcast. I was watching that the other day, and so they were talking about this as well. And I forget the host's name. I think his name is like Leo, but he was going in on Booker T. And I was like, you thought I'm crazy? Like, boy, he was going in on Booker T. And I was here for every second of it. He even, like, when he read the quote, he read it like Booker T. I ain't gonna do that because I'm not good at impressions, but he said they can go to hell with all these hashtags. I'm tired of hearing about them. Don't nobody deserve a chance. You have to earn a chance and your spot on the roster. This is not some kind of movement just to pull somebody up just because. I hate to say this because I like Naomi. What? But as far as the business goes, you get it on your merit alone. She doesn't have any merit? There is no buddy system. She don't got no buddies. Well, such and such has a buddy, and that's why they're doing. What is he talking about? Okay? He goes on to say, that might be true, but life is not fair. And I think he brings up that buddy system because back in the day, right, they had some buddies, right? And they was coming up off of each other. So Hulk Hogan had, what's old boy name? Brutus the Barber.
And Randy.
I'm like cutting, bro. Like today, that would never fly, right? What Brutus meant and what his whole gimmick was, I don't think that would fly. And I think that's what. And I think his gimmick. I'm running off I'm running off on a tangent here because it kind of reminds me of Bailey's hug gimmick. It's just so
Cheesy.
Lame.
cheesy,
But it
right?
works though.
I mean,
Not obviously not that long.
but anyways, so going back to Booker T, he said that might be true, but life is not fair. He says sometimes you have to make your own breaks and rise to the occasion when no one else thought you could. What? It may not happen overnight. What? No one expected me to become a 6-time. He always does this. He finds a way to bring himself
Always.
into look. And I thought it was 5 times. Where did 6 come from? I don't know. Apparently, you might can explain.
I'll
No one
explain.
expected me to become a 6-time champ, but my persistence of going out there and performing better than all those suckers in the locker room, and they knew it, and the fans saw something different. So,
They knew it.
what y'all think, man?
So first, 6-time champion. He was 5-time WCW champion and 1-time world champion.
It's crazy they don't count tags.
But that was like the same belt, technically, though, right?
No, it was not.
Good, because that was under WCW. He won the title 5 times, and then he won the WWE World Heavyweight Championship in WWE. So that makes 6 championships he's won, world championships he's won altogether.
Yeah.
But people kept talking about he wasn't the heavyweight champion.
No, he wasn't the
No, he
WWE
wasn't
champion.
He wasn't
the
WWE.
WWE.
He wasn't
Oh.
the
Somebody
WWE
go in.
champion, which is the title of WWE. That no matter what happens, the WWE championship has the lineage. The World Heavyweight Championship is
World Heavyweight came second.
It's their second. It's their
Which,
secondary
even
title.
though they try to make it seem like this,
They don't equate.
we all know. But they do try to make it seem equal.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's where my confusion is
But
coming.
then it's like, how do you have someone? I'm the best. No, I'm the best. I'm Dirty Dan. It's like, how do you have 2 Dirty Dans?
Yes, I think. Let me before Trey speaks. I think that Booker T was speaking, and he just had. It's like he didn't. Never ever heard of Naomi before. Like he had never. That he didn't. He doesn't follow her. He doesn't know her come up. And I find that hard to believe, being a black man in the business, that you don't know about these superstars who look just like you. It's just
And the
crazy.
company he works for. Like, how do you
Come on, like you say I like her and you're a fan of her, so you know that you know her story and you know her come up. You know the struggle that she had. She was never champion in NXT, never, and then it took her forever to even get a title shot on the main roster. She was never Divas champion, which she should have been like twice. And I'm just like, what? You don't know Naomi's story, you saying she has no merit. She's gonna come up off having no merit. And what really blew me is when he said that it may not happen overnight. Like, bro, we know it ain't gonna happen overnight. Look how long it took her to get the
Come
SmackDown
on,
Women's
man.
Championship. Okay, bro, I'm done with Booker T. Come on, Trey.
Look, so I'm gonna go in for just a little bit. So in the beginning, I first knew her as a Funkadactyl. Okay, for when I stopped watching wrestling.
Somebody call my mama.
Somebody call my mama. Hey, that's when I first ever got introduced to her, and I was like, okay, I thought they were fun. Brodus Clay was fun. It was a fun gimmick. Her and Cameron. Is that her friend's name? Cameron. Yeah. That was fun to me. But then eventually, I stopped watching wrestling. I stopped for a while, but then thanks to Parent, I got back into it.
I can't believe you stopped at Funkadactyls. Like
I did.
I continue to watch because of Funkadactyls.
Well, I
Like,
still
that's
watch. That's the last thing I saw her as before I got back into
because
it.
that's when I think that's like when I came back. Technically, then I got kind of left again, but
See.
I came back when she left NXT and came to the main roster. So I was like, what?
When I came back, she was starting the glow, the Feel the Glow. She was starting
Oh
that.
wow,
So I know.
that was like
But
that was her 4th gimmick.
I know. But then I was being told to watch certain things. You were talking about Team Bad, so was Parent. So I went back and watched stuff with her and Sasha Banks and Tamina, and then just stuff
That
with her
was
alone.
so good, was it not?
It was
A
good.
wasted opportunity.
Wasted.
I agree. I'm mad I missed it when it was live. You know what I'm saying? But it was good. And Naomi was a beast. So I was like, oh shoot. So maybe with this new Feel the Glow thing, she might be doing something. Not necessarily. So she is very athletic. She is really, really good to me. And I got word of this after I watched the Lacey versus Naomi match. And I'm a fan of Lacey Evans.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and point that out. I just like the gimmick. I like it. She is just fun to me. And she's a beast. But I personally was not happy for some reason when she won. And I didn't like how she won. I was like, dang it, Lacey, you're my girl. But I don't know. I didn't like it.
When she tied them braids up to that damn rope, I was like, get out of here.
I gloated about it. Like, look what Lacey did, because I gloat to him sometimes because he loves Naomi. But honestly, truthfully, I really didn't like that. So I had got on Twitter, and out of nowhere, when I was searching something, Naomi deserves better was trending. And I clicked it. I was like, what are the odds this starts trending afterwards? Clicked it. Everyone's putting the cape on for her, as they should, talking about, I can't believe it, and y'all are pushing Lacey Evans over Naomi, who has been grinding here for years. And I'm like, okay, you know what? They are stating facts. I totally agree. Naomi does deserve better. I mean, Booker T, you made no sense. Your whole thing contradicts everything you said. Like, what you said, yes, work hard, it doesn't work overnight, yada, yada. Yeah, that's a general application for wrestlers, sure. But she has been working hard. You even said she's the most athletic in the freaking locker room. I'm confused. Now I'm very confused. And you said, I like Naomi, this and this and that. Okay, then. Booker T, you can't sit here and say she hasn't worked hard and then say she's the hardest working, most athletic person back there.
Right.
Well, and you can't say that the fans are behind her, because they are, obviously. When she returned for the Royal Rumble, what happened? They went crazy. They loved it. They thought she was going to be the one to beat Bayley.
Yes.
Freaking Bayley. Dope stretch. But, another topic. Anyway, they thought she was going to be the one to do it. We were like, we were waiting for Naomi's return. I was like, thank God, take that title off of Bayley. What happened? They watched her twice. She had two opportunities, and they watched her twice, and now what is she doing? Nothing. So that's why I'm confused, Book. What are you saying right now, bro?
What are you saying?
What is happening? What just came out of your mouth? What made you say that? Because that was stupid.
Doesn't even know.
That wasn't right, Book. And you can't sit here and say, oh, yeah, you can't do all this, and yada, yada. Book, you have never been WWE champion. Why? You know, go back to the Triple H angle, okay? When he said, people like you don't get shots like this. Do you remember that, Booker T? Do you remember that? Okay.
And Booker T he said
nothing. Didn't say nothing, just shucking and jiving his way through the system. And I'm like, dude, so you can't, like, personally stick up for her? You've been there, and you're acting like you haven't.
Been shaded, what's his wife's name?
Charmel.
Yeah. Shaded her, like, so hard. I'm gonna have to find this clip, but he walked right past her and said, I can't remember what he said, but it was like, it was nice.
Oh, yeah. Vince got away with a lot during those times. But that is my main thing on it, Book. I can't believe, I personally am, like, distraught at what you just said. Like, I really am. You could have been so much more with the popularity you had. And you
could have helped her.
You could have helped her. But you settled for what you had, and you're acting like it never happened. And you're acting like you got to work hard. You worked hard, Booker T, but you never became WWE champion. Same thing's happening to her. So what is happening?
Come on, bro.
That's all I have to say.
Speaking of what is happening.
Gee, they didn't say nothing. God dang.
We spent too much time on the pan, but you can go ahead and say something.
All I want to say is, Booker T, you've been in this business for a long time. You know how the game is played. You know you need connections. It's a pop political game. Mark Henry is in the same boat.
No,
both of them. Whenever a black wrestler has complained about the system, Mark Henry and Booker always like, that's the way it's got to be. Yeah, So I don't know what's going on with that. That's the whole thing. Naomi, you deserve a title shot, and also, just a better storyline. You don't have to have a title shot. Just give her something instead of singing karaoke and then getting knocked out the next week. That's all I got to say. Because Trey said a lot I was going to say about Booker T. If he was so good as he said he was, you'd have more titles. That's all I got to say. I don't want to get too much.
He does have a lot, but I'll say this.
Because, like Perry said, this isn't a wrestling podcast, but we gotta speak.
Hey, we diverse though.
There you go.
Yeah, 15 seconds. All I say is Booker T, what he's saying in most general conversations is right. For most things, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to build up, you got to do that. This doesn't apply to Naomi right now for multiple reasons. And the number one reason, Booker T, she's already done all those things. She's already fought her way up. She's already did these type of things. And you're an announcer, commentator, so you should already see these things. I know you might not remember some of them because of certain things, but you should know and see that. So that's all I'll say for that. Like, I would if I was you, I would just apologize and say, hey, you know what? For most people, that's this, but for you, you're right. You deserve an opportunity for it. I think they should make another mid-card belt for the women. That's a different discussion.
I agree.
Yeah.
I hear you.
To use your Hall of Fame status and get some stuff backstage for her. You are a Hall of Famer. Use your power.
Yes, you are hindering her, bro. Period. Speaking of using your power, Trey, I want you to use your mind power, and I want you to pick one album and one song. New music. Trey can never pick one album, one song, one.
You stay trying to come for me, man.
Cannot, never, because it's facts.
Lies.
So, guys, we want to talk about new music, and what is our one song or one album, one song and one album, or two songs that we're listening to nonstop this week.
Hurry up, Trey. I got a guy want to go.
Oh, am I going?
Yes.
Sure. Song I'm listening to from La La Land, Lovely Night. Love it. Ryan Gosling, you're a beast. Don't ever let nobody tell you you're not a beast. But yeah, A Lovely Night it just something like the Cruise 2 at night. Go figure. But it's just, I don't know, it's so smooth, man. And I'm a sucker for like horns in like a band song. It's just so perfect.
I thought you said porn, but I was like, what? That even has nothing to do with your... Okay, I got you. Did anybody else hear that?
Horns.
I definitely...
I heard it.
If I had a single a single I've been listening, well, I've only been listening to like 2 singles lately. Another one is Prototype by Drum, which is
Interesting.
yeah, which is basically like a remake of when Andre 3000 did it. So, but I like Drum's version.
Wait, when that come out?
What?
That's old.
Better than...
It's kind of old. It came out 1 a year
I
ago.
would say, wait, John made some new music? Wait a minute.
Well, yeah, but
He
better
is
than
making
the
new music.
original?
I won't say it's better, but I like his version.
Okay.
I will say that I like his version. It's nice.
All right, come on, Perry.
Okay, so my single is Latin Grammys by Action Bronson, new single that dropped today. My album is The Outrunners by Currency and the producer Harry Fraud. They never miss.
Perry,
Check
I
it
can
out.
Harry
always
Fraud is
count
nice.
on you, bro. I can always count on you to like rappers that I don't even really be talking about like that, but I know them and I may listen to them here and there. He always talking about him. So shout out to Perry.
No problem. Currency's the hardest working rapper in the business.
You heard the artist Coffee too.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
but I can only choose one song, so I can't really say
True.
it.
See, Trey trying to put his
But it's
thoughts on the
no,
song.
it's this Jamaican artist named Coffee. Her song called Lockdown. I heard it the other day. My brother played it up for me. Really good.
You fell into the trap, man. Look,
What?
you fell into
You
the
never
trap.
heard of Coffee?
I'm not falling to your
I
trap.
just
not a
okay?
trap.
I know I heard one song, one album.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Trey, you slick boy. You is so slick.
I fell for the trap, and I'm
It
not.
was not a
and
trap.
I'm not upset.
It was not a track. It's also not a track that we listened to Dinner Party too. But you can go ahead.
I can't.
We get it. You got entangled in. Now, the thing is,
Deontay, drop some new music on it, bro.
you know, I like to be eccentric, so I'm going to go over here and over there. So the album, Lupe Fiasco House, it is, he just dropped that. It is
Okay.
Fire.
good. I didn't expect him.
Lupe?
I didn't expect him to
Lupe.
do these type of jazzy beats right now, or the feel of it. But
Really
it's
good. The
It's
song
good.
about dinosaurs was crazy.
It's different. It's when you have to hear about what he's actually talking
Yeah.
about. Like I didn't understand that. It's not about dinosaurs. And then my song is Demi Lovato, "I Love Me." That song's pretty fire,
Nice.
and I love you too, Demi Lovato. But we gotta go strong.
Shout out to
She
that.
loved it.
But this women empowerment thing is really big right now. Got all these black and white photos all over IG, and I saw Demi Lovato's photo actually a little while ago. So shout out to her. But my song is "Ooh La" by John Legend. I keep playing that song. It's such a smooth song, man. It opens up his album Bigger Love in such a smooth way. Such an upbeat album, and this song is more upbeat. And the whole entire album Deontay's favorite song is Green Light, and it has that whole vibe, like that upbeat vibe.
I like
There's
Happy
no
John.
Andre 3000 on it, but
I like
Yeah.
Happy John.
there you go.
Yeah,
I like
I like the
fast
song. I
tempo.
did.
That song is
Fast tempo,
It's
John.
just
I
so
like.
tough, man. It's just a smooth song.
It's just nice.
I don't know the sample that he's sampling on the song off top of my head, but does anybody?
I
That
haven't
heard it now?
heard the song yet.
I gotta listen to it. I gotta listen to it again, but I don't.
Look at that pair. Trash. You need to listen to the song because you probably know the sample, G.
I probably will.
You probably know the sample, but the album that I'm listening to,
But you're the R&B king, so I can't.
I am, but I don't know if the sample. I think the sample. I don't know if it's on R&B.
That's not Jacquees.
I
Excuse me.
thought it was Jay Holiday.
I'm sorry, you were.
But Bad was a hit. Okay. He got some hits on that album.
Dead and Suffocate.
Like three-
That is
like-
it.
No, it's
Dead
one.
and Suffocate. That
Dead and
is it.
Suffocate. The other one.
What the heck?
I wish I would pull out my CD booklet. Right, I got that album in my
I bet
CD
you
booklet
what you're gonna name
because
right
I'm the
now.
king of R&B.
Obviously not.
Not this nigga. The king. Okay, so I hate you. I'm gonna edit it out. I'm just edit that out, just like, and I'm gonna just put "I'm the king" and just we gonna edit Trey out, right?
Yeah. Okay, go for it. Go for it.
But the album that I'm listening to, man, I'm not really listening to John Legend's whole album like I thought I was. The album that I'm really listening to just nonstop is Pop
Hamilton.
Smoke. Excuse me?
Hamilton.
Hell no. I'm definitely not listening to Hamilton.
History
But
Has Its Eyes.
I'm listening to History Has Its Eyes, but not the whole album. And the 10 Crack Commandments joint. Trey, you is sucking me in. I'm going to
I'm
one.
saying that's
song.
three songs. You did more than
What?
me.
No, that's like 10. God.
It is. But okay, Pop Smoke, good.
Pop Smoke, Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon. And Cam told me the other day that the deluxe joint is out, and I still haven't heard the deluxe, so I got to listen to the deluxe too. But that is a.
Actually, there was one I forgot. I'm listening to 99 by Barnes.
Yes! Yes!
By Barnes Country, alright?
Yes!
That song is fire.
Yes, Eddie Murphy.
I forgot. That song is
Yes.
fire,
That song is fire.
alright? In the
That's
1999, boy.
That song is
is
fire.
fire.
That song is. Yes.
I almost forgot. Those are my 3 singles I'm listening to, but that one specifically.
Hey, co-sign me on that one because that song.
Yeah.
I can't.
Hey,
All
check
right.
out, give that song another million views, man. Come on, help him
That
out.
junk is fire.
That junk
All
fire.
right. We're gonna.
I forgot. That song is fire, alright?
I can't even focus. You're really listening to that damn song.
Hey, it's good, man.
Yes.
Especially the end.
That is wild. to me. I mean, we listen to it a lot, but I mean, I ain't playing it outside of the game. But, guys, so we're gonna be talking about some movies, and I want to just talk about Netflix because this is huge. It's huge. I want to see if we can all go back and forth and name each TV show that they release. Right. So
I got you.
Netflix is releasing in the coming months, starting at the end of this month, I believe, through August and through September
In October.
and October. They're releasing all the classic TV shows that you remember, that you loved growing up. Shout out to Jasmine B. Nolan. Shout out to Strong Black Lead, who had such a pivotal role in getting this on Netflix. If you want to know the full story, I am not even going to try to recant the story for you right now because it would just be a bunch of paraphrasing. But go to the Netflix blog and it's there for you. She lays it all out on how this came to be. But we're going to go through, we're going to name the shows that's coming to Netflix, right? I'm going to start with, I'm going to just say my favorite show out of all the shows is probably, that I want to watch the most, is probably Moesha.
Dang.
How you gonna name the one I was gonna name?
Dang.
Because I'm a heel.
God dang
Heel,
it.
I just want to take his because I knew he loved Brandy, right? He loved Brandy. But
You did that on purpose.
my girl, I could have went with the Parkers because my girl was also on that show too. But I just want to do Moesha because Brandy and Lil' Kim are best friends. Okay, so, and Lil' Kim was on Moesha before she was on the Parkers.
Yes.
Of course.
So shout out. But come on.
My girlfriend.
Yeah, that would be
Yes!
my choice, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, Be Strong. I knew he was gonna steal somebody else. He knew.
Are
Look,
we gonna keep
he
stealing?
knew Peril. Yeah, we're gonna keep that.
We'll see.
So come on.
I'll go with one-on-one.
No, he did. He
I
did. I knew it. I knew that I was like,
Oh, shoot. Love you, Daddy. Love you too, man.
Oh man.
Deontay.
Hmm.
So far we said Moesha. I kind of said the Parkers, but that's not coming to Netflix. I don't think, right? No.
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
yeah, it is.
So I kind of spilled the beans on two of them. So Moesha, the Parkers, Girlfriends, One-on-One.
I mean, a cop-out answer is the Parkers, but let me see if I can. Is it Smart Guy?
Oh.
No.
Oh, yes, it is.
I think it is, right?
Smart Guy?
Smart Guy.
was not.
I think Smart Guy
I
was
think
It was
Smart
all
Guy
adult stuff. There was no kids stuff.
Ah! What
But
But
is...
someone named Smart Guy what is in a show?
Jason Weaver.
No.
No.
That's his acting.
The Game.
Oh, the game.
Well,
The
yeah, the
game.
game.
Yes.
The game.
What
That
is
was-
the
I wasn't
game?
talking about. I was
He
talking about.
wasn't talking about the game, but
I was talking
he
about.
was talking about half and
Yeah.
half.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, okay, yeah, the game.
Come on. So we got Moesha, the Parkers, Girlfriends,
One-on-One.
One-on-One,
Shout out to Puto.
The game.
The Game, half and half.
I think that's.
Then that was it. And
No.
that was it.
No,
What's
more?
missing?
No, it's like two more.
Who is it?
Oh.
It's gotta be.
I thought that was it. I think we named them all.
No,
guys.
it's two
I
more.
mean, Living Single's already on Hulu.
I feel like
Which
we
is
might
fine.
have
I
named
wasn't
them all.
watching it.
It's
But
different when you go.
Deontay's gonna pull it up just to make sure that we didn't miss any of them. But we are so excited that these shows are coming to Netflix.
Did y'all say Sister?
No,
Oh,
That's what I knew.
See, I knew it was something very.
Yeah.
Maori. See, I
Sorry,
was-
sorry, Mary
sister.
Sister,
Come on.
The Game, the Parker, One-on-One. Yeah, that's it.
That's
Yeah,
the one we
that's
missed.
it.
Sister, man. And I don't know how we could forget Sister. This is with our
Dang.
hometown hero, or my hometown hero, low key, Tim Reed.
Oh, they
And
talking
And
about
Trey is doing a freaking movie with him. I don't
Oh,
know how
yeah,
he can
yeah.
forget it.
You're in a
but-
movie?
I didn't forget. Yeah, Tim Reed. Shout out.
Shout out to Tim Reed. Shout out to everybody that is.
And shout out
Shout
to
out to
Hulu
Jack.
for having Living Single on that. Thank you.
Huh?
Shout out to Hulu for having Living Single on that.
Shout out to Hulu for having Living
We've been
Single.
rewatching it, and it's just as good as before. Even
Shout
better.
out to Amazon Prime for having Martin.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Jackie. What's her name?
Jackie Harry.
Ray. Yeah,
For 227.
Jackie. Yes, I love Jackie. I love Jackie.
Every.
And shout out to Derrick Rose. My God.
Guys, so speaking of things that we're also excited about this Rank 'em Up, because I think it is. And look, I'm gonna be quiet. I promise you, I'm not gonna say nothing because this bill is gonna be crazy.
Exactly.
Take it away.
Can we get a guess?
Shit.
What the-
Well, we
Take it
gave you. We sent out a hint. Did you guys,
I
want
hope
to
you
take
guys
a guess
look
and a
at the
gander?
hint. Well, I mean, the picture is so obvious. Like,
Is it?
Is it?
Yes, I think.
I don't think so.
I
See,
don't
the
think so.
object is to throw you off, but let's see.
Which one? I guess.
I
Yeah,
didn't,
can
hold
y'all
on,
guess?
I didn't see. So let me see. You're
Right there. It's right there. I think.
Best versus battles?
Okay, what do
Okay.
you think?
That's a good one. That's
I
like.
know you probably could get it.
I'm not gonna get it because I just think I'm just so practical that the picture just said is the picture. I'm not gonna tell you what the picture is. I want y'all to see it, but I just think it's okay. Two guesses.
Mhm.
Two guesses. So the first guess is the best the songs by each of those artists, right? Or just R&B in general.
Okay.
Male R&B songs.
Top
in
5
general.
kings of R&B. Something like that.
Maybe. Okay. Just give it.
Okay. Well, you want to announce it there?
Well, Deontay's right. All right, shoes.
Go ahead, Deontay.
Top 5
Boom.
versus battles so far.
And that was his first guess.
Yeah, it was. Yay, woo! And
I
the winner
usually get it
gets
wrong.
nothing.
I get a whole
Yay!
Uh,
bunch of nothing.
Oh, man.
Happy special. You're going to that. All right.
So, run it down.
All right. I guess you can do the honors of number 5. That's your favorite.
At number 5, probably my favorite battle, at least when it comes to rap. RZA and DJ Premier.
Okay.
That's my number 5.
Yeah, that's a good number 5. And that's the only one that I did watch.
Wow.
Jeez, man. It was actually good. Number 4, Ludacris and Nelly.
Shout out to Ludacris.
That was
Luda.
my least favorite, actually.
Really?
Yes, because Nelly was playing dumb stuff.
No, he
yeah,
wasn't
but his
playing.
internet wasn't.
He wasn't playing games. Man.
Nelly was playing. I don't even know what he was playing. I'm like, what the hell is these songs? All right,
It was still good though. So he's totally good.
Number 3. This be actually kind of funny. Number 3 is DMX and Snoop Dogg. Number 3.
Whoa, that's great. I thought it would be like number 2, but that was definitely a good battle.
It was a good one, you know. Number 2, Babyface and Teddy Riley.
You know what?
Part 1 or part 2?
The whole thing.
I always forget about that because that's number 2. Then now I think I have a clear idea.
I know the better.
Yeah, I mean, it was like one of the first ones to reach like 1 million views. So
I know the better be.
they broke the internet. I don't know.
Honorable mentions. The first battle. Timbaland and Swiss Beats. Honorable mentions. The originators of the whole thing. They're honorable mentions.
No, you know, that's enough. That's a
Neo and Jonta Austin. That was a good battle. Jonta Austin killed Neo in that
Yeah,
battle.
he did. Neo was there though.
Alicia Keys and John Legend. I didn't watch that battle.
How is that an honorable mention?
Because people still liked it.
Oh, okay.
People still liked it. They did.
Well, every versus battle that's not on the list is honorable mention.
Actually, no, they're not. They're not all getting on.
okay.
No.
We didn't mention it. They're not on.
Okay, all right.
T-Pain and Lil Jon. Another one that was good.
They showed some new songs.
Kurt Franklin and Fred Hampton. Fred Hammond, I'm sorry.
Whoa.
Fred
That's your twin.
It's a kid moment.
Hold on. I corrected myself right away.
You did correct yourself right
Anyway,
Hammond.
thank you.
R.I.P. to Brett Hampton.
Yes. Beanie Man and Bounty Killer. I'm not sure we're going to play with.
I thought that was going to be top 5. That,
And the last honorable mention, Fabulous and Jadakiss. Jadakiss
Yes.
with a W.
oh, man, guys, I'm being honest.
No, you thought Beanie Man and Bounty Color was gonna be
Would
on
have
this?
been that, like, y'all need to take Nelly and Ludacris off and
No.
take who was number 5?
DJ Premier and
I love you, man, but they
no,
was
you
nowhere
don't. There's
near,
evidence right here.
they was no way near better than Fabulous Jadakiss or Beanie Man.
Well, the ratings say otherwise. Thank you.
The
Well,
rating?
we did look at the rating. They said Luda and Nelly are in the top 3.
What?
No, I can see that. I think
They are.
Your number
What?
1.
So far.
I know your number 1 is.
You know number
Wait,
one
wait,
is?
I know what it is.
Wait.
I know what it is.
Hold on. They're in the top 3? What?
Mm-hmm.
Guys, so many people was
On a
like
Wednesday night.
talking about how that was such a battle.
Yeah, he's in the top 3 when we reached
I watched it at work.
I enjoyed it. Luda came with the dub,
No, I
as we
Well, and I
told
think,
Braylon.
but you know, I think that's why people. That's why it's in the top.
I love
because
both those
of
artists.
Not
And also because Nelly
No,
was
Nelly
up
sold a
Nelly
lot.
was. I don't know
He
what
was
he was
a
like,
good-
drunk or high. I don't know what he was.
He
but
was
playing.
And his name brought people.
He should have never played no song from that damn Sweatsuit album.
there.
All right.
No, he can play
I'm
one.
sorry. It was like every song he was playing was from that album.
Yeah.
I was like, bro,
Hey, Nelly, where's
where's your hits?
Where's Hot in here? Nelly?
Okay, number
I know
one.
number 1 is. Can I take a guess?
No, let him just say it.
Don't
Don't guess, because don't
Probably
want you
already
to say it.
I know.
You probably don't. Number 1, Scott Storch and
No.
I was like, what?
No,
You would've got me.
You almost had me. But that was actually a good battle.
Mhm.
That was actually good.
It was a
That
cool
was
battle. It was cool. It's forgettable though. Number 1, Erykah Badu and Jill Scott.
Yes. No,
Yeah.
nigga, DJ Premier, and it was forgettable. I forgot about that.
Well, that's one of the early ones. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. No,
And
do,
Parent
do
didn't
not
forget.
disrespect the people who
Parent didn't
created
forget,
basically
right?
90s rap. Thank you very much.
Create who?
90s rap, basically. They basically created.
I, as far as producing,
I mean, you
yes.
technically disrespected
Right.
Timbaland Swiss Beats. They created it. You didn't want them on the list.
They had to choose one. One hit 2000s, one hit 90s. Sorry, 90s
But
came
without
first.
Timbaland, there would be a versus battle. But
That's why they're honorable mention.
How did they not make it?
Well, I mean, I think that they were honorable mention, but that was a good list, I think. And that's why I said when y'all said number 2, and I was like, I know exactly who number 1 is. Ladies first.
hey, that was so smooth.
People are
Like-
advocating for more ladies battle.
There should be, but that was the first. Yeah, that was the first ladies battle, right?
The first
Brandy
and
and Monica should be
only
the
ladies
one.
battle. No, it's never
Hmm?
happened.
I want Brandy.
But that
Brandy
was
wants
so
it though.
many people.
Brandy and Monica.
Brandy
does
wants
not.
it.
What she
No,
said she
no,
wanted
she,
that.
she said she wanted it.
Brandy said she would do it.
Yeah, she said she would do it.
Now she said she gonna do
Yeah,
it.
Brandy
Do
said
y'all
she
remember
would
when
do
Brandy said she would not do it?
it. No, Brandy
yes,
said she
Brandy
will
said
do it
she
now.
would not do it. She said that's why Monica responded that she won't go do it. 'cause
No,
Brandy was like,
Monica is just afraid. And I
Monica
get
ain't
it.
afraid.
Y'all should. It shouldn't even be about it. Y'all should be showing love. But I
Yes,
think Monica
because
still got
they
malice
both
in
got
her
hits.
heart. Anyways, Erykah Badu and
No.
Jill Scott. Y'all killed
He
it,
hates
man.
on- He hates Monica.
I lit my incense up in my room and kicked back with a glass of wine and enjoyed every last bit of it.
That was such a good battle.
And
And I played Call of Duty.
I hate you. It
I
surpassed
like
Babyface and Teddy Riley's points in numbers, so it deserves it. It was really smooth. It was nice. We love both of y'all.
The
But
DMX one had
they
number 2.
started the trend of celebration.
Yes.
Mhm.
So when it was like, but man, it's like the women. It's so funny. It's like the women gotta do everything, right? Jesus, right? I mean, I'm not, and I don't want it to be that way, but it is that way. It's like the women gotta usher in a lot of stuff. And somebody wrote a meme, posted a meme about it's a drowning hand, and it's supposed to represent
Yeah.
Yeah,
women.
yeah.
And then they one
Black
was like
women.
giving it a high five, like, girl, you got it, but my hand's still, I'm still drowning. Bitch.
Yeah, post that me, Rico. Put it in
I'm gonna put it in the episode. But
But that was dope. But speaking of that, though, the hint we sent out was a picture of Chris Brown and Usher. Because
wins.
that's a battle we want to see.
Usher wins.
I say Usher wins, but it's been a big dispute recently with a lot of people saying what Chris Brown can wipe the floor with Usher. Oh, Usher's washed up. Let's relax. Usher's confession albums alone can hold him down, okay? But then Chris Brown decided to get a little confident, talking about some no cap, but my features alone could win. Excuse me?
no, because
So-
that supposed to be is trash.
No, that's a good
He
song.
says features alone could win.
No, it's not, because look, I posted a list in our group text, and everybody, if you go to the comments, they was like, why did they even post that post? Why did they use post to be? Why did they post that track? Exactly, I agree.
Yeah.
I don't think Chris Brown would play
I think
that track.
Usher and Bieber can beat Chris. But keep going.
So, but now they're trying to advocate for Usher and JT.
Usher and Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, I think it'll be a cool
No,
battle.
it's not. That's
First of all, they
I
will
don't
show love. They're really close friends.
Let's skip
Well,
the song
I think
and
they would
dance.
show love,
I think it'd be nice though. They have the similar style of music growing up, like you know what I'm saying.
not growing up. Usher, Justin Timberlake has emulated Usher.
Thank you.
That's what it was.
Thank
That's
you.
it.
Yes.
They didn't grow up together. Don't get that twisted.
I said, well,
only 2 years apart.
they kind of grew up together. They came
But
up.
career-wise-
They came up in the business together.
Career-
No,
What?
sir. Usher was here in 92 and 93. Where the fuck was JT
He
at?
was in the
Yeah,
boardroom.
it's-
He's on the
Not in no
Disney,
92,
the-
93.
The
They
Mickey
came in
Mouse
90
Club.
damn. Exactly.
But he was still making hits with Ryan Gosling and them, so I don't want to hear it.
Nick, you better
he
get
was
out of
killing
here with that.
Ladies and
He
gentlemen,
was making
ladies and gentlemen,
hits.
go search Justin Timberlake, Mickey Mouse Club, and you see him and Ryan Gosling
And
killing
Britney
it.
Spears.
And Christina Aguilera
Yeah.
and Britney Spears.
Exactly.
and
You can't say
JC
they weren't there. They were
And
coming
JC
up.
Chazé.
And JC.
Usher was already a star. was a star.
He was
Okay.
a rising star at that.
What in '94? Nice and Slow was out. He
Now,
was.
you said 92. Don't push it.
Yeah, that
I'm
You
just
said
telling you what he
92.
Listen to me.
I'm giving you.
Listen to me. 92, 94. I don't know when he completely debuted, when his
okay.
album came out, but he was already a star by then.
Yeah,
My G.
stars, strong.
Rising star.
If,
Y'all
if he was such a star, he would have had a solo in that all black people song. You will know. He did a solo. He did a solo, all right? So that wasn't
He
a
was
song.
First of all,
rising.
he couldn't have a solo in that because Tevin Campbell was all over that him.
Oh,
He was a star.
Hello, stop playing me. Tevin Campbell,
Tevin
where
Campbell,
Tevin Campbell at?
Well, he had some drug
Okay.
problems.
This
Leave
gay
Tevin.
ass some damn well. Sit
Jesus.
on there, get out of
We'll be
here.
editing. So, anyways.
No.
So yeah, but they're advocating for that. If I had to advocate for someone else going against Chris Brown, I'd probably say Drake can give him a run for his money.
Not
I
But,
gotta say real quick,
that's about
Usher,
it.
Usher
R&B
94,
artist.
NSYNC 96.
Thank you.
I said the 2 years
Yeah,
apart.
you said 2 years apart, and
But
he said
he
Mickey
is
Mouse
right
Club.
at 92.
Thank you. Usher been in the game, G, before. Some
Okay,
damn-
his
That's what
first-
the game too.
Usher's
but this
first
is
album
what
does
about-
not
he was
count.
on TV. I don't even.
Usher's
And
first album does not
Aubrey
count.
Graham was on damn TV too.
Usher's first album did not
you
put him on.
count, you count that so somebody
No,
can
because-
battle Drake
No,
when he
no.
boy
because-
get out.
No, you know why? No, you know
Usher's
why?
first
Because
album
you
does
said
not. He
Aubrey
was not a
Graham. That
star
wasn't
for
Drake.
that album.
Look,
The
it's
Bring
a
Me Home album,
role.
whatever
His
you call
real
it, he
name
was
is
not.
Aubrey Graham.
Right.
He Aubrey Graham.
Right, but
My
Drake was
Way
not on
became
Degrassi.
star.
Aubrey Graham was on
Stop. Aubrey Graham is making records right now too.
No,
He was
that's
signed at
Drake.
age of
Character.
13.
Well, Jimmy then, goddamn it.
Listen, so do we want to see Usher versus Chris Brown?
No.
Yes.
No.
Nah, this one kind of lost interest.
It's a wash. It's just a wash, and Chris Brown is trash because Chris Brown is trash. That's why I say you cannot do no battle with these new artists because they're gonna make it a competition. It ain't about that.
That's true.
Chris, God damn it! It ain't about no competition. Just celebrate your mentor, your brother, right? Stop it.
Imagine Michael Jackson versus Beyonce.
Michael Jackson is gonna slap Beyonce.
It's gonna be close, Beehive.
Listen to me.
If he was here today, Michael would win.
Michael will win, but him and Beyonce gonna shade each other the whole time.
But it's gonna be that quiet
but subtle. Cause but in Mike's old age, he didn't care. G.
Like Quincy.
Okay, he didn't care.
They were saying though how if they were both still alive, they wish they could have done MJ versus Prince versus battle. Today it would have been fire.
That would have been the shadiest battle of all time.
Oh, you think it would have still been shady today though?
Prince didn't like Michael Jackson when he died. He still didn't like him. He respected him eventually.
But they would give respect in the versus battle.
But Prince is the king of shade. He was shading the whole time.
They both would be shading each other. But they in the end I think they reconciled.
Yeah, they did.
Michael Jackson was performing somewhere and Prince was standing ovation. The first one to stand up.
You got respect for him.
Like that was
I think
it probably
would have been shady like how Babyface was kind of shading Teddy Riley. Oh, we're playing remixes? That's how Babyface
Exactly.
He was like, well, that's funny because I wrote some on that one. I'm like, jeez, what Babyface?
Speaking of shade.
Speaking of Babyface, what?
Speaking of shade, we're going to need some shade from the Heat.
No!
Let's go! Parent shoes! Guys, new segment title. The Heat check is Paris.
I expect to see fires on the screen when this is over.
That's why it's been hot in here this whole time. God dang it, Parent. Damn it.
So, Parent, hit us up, bro. What you got today, man?
I mean, this is nothing real crazy.
But look, they are crazy. Because I know they were flip-flops. Nobody's wearing these right. Nobody is wearing these. Nobody.
Rico's gonna insert like this aura coming around in the editing. We gotta wait.
These are just Pippin ones. The colorway, just a general race colorway from. I've had these for about 7 years, so you kept a good. No, what? I've been 13 since like 8th grade, unfortunately. But yeah, nothing crazy here. I'm a big fan.
That's a huge foot.
Jeez. I've been a fan of Scottie Pippen and his shoes for a minute. I'm on a hunt for these other Scottie Pippen shoes. Don't worry, they'll be up here eventually.
I love it. You don't see these.
It's teal
every day.
Teal, and they call it Sonic Yellow, and it's a little, as long as you can see it.
Tough. They can see it.
Once you said you were in the hunt, everyone started logging off and hiding. They know you're coming after them.
Yeah.
Guys, we love you guys, and we're gonna come to the end of this episode. We're gonna bring the energy down. Hopefully, Parent can turn the heat down over there.
I can do what I can, but I don't know.
So much.
So much, guys. We apologize if y'all can hear that fan, but we struggle.
There's 110 out here.
Okay.
No, you know what? It's 112. Cupid.
Guys, speaking of struggling in the fan, please hit up our Cash App.
Yeah.
Friday Podcast. Send us some coins or some paper.
Bitcoin.
Okay, and so we can get an air conditioner up here for Will and for everybody else that's gonna be complaining. And now I'm talking to you, right? That's a problem.
Yeah.
So, guys, we want to just bring it down, bring it to a level even keel with our Live for Your Friday moment, and our quote is coming from the number 3, I think, versus battle on their list. DMX versus Snoop Dogg. One of my favorite DMX songs is Slippin'. And it's a song about self-motivation. And in the song, DMX shares his thoughts on making positive changes in his life. DMX delivers powerful inspiration by vowing to himself to strive to become the person he wants to be, right? A man who has hit rock bottom, yet finds the courage from within to uplift himself to make his dreams happen, right? So the quote is that chorus. Y'all know it?
Hey, I'm
Hey
slipping.
yo, I'm slipping. I'm falling. I can't get up. Hey yo, I'm slipping. I'm falling. I can't get up. Hey yo, I'm slipping. I'm falling. I got to get up. That's where it is. Where it's like
That's what it is.
you can't stay down, bro. You can't stay down, right? And then he finished it off. He says, "Sweet, get back in his braggadocious, right?" He says, "Get back on my feet so I can tear shit up." Right? Because and to be honest, guys, this coronavirus, this time we're in right now is really hard for me. It's hard on me, and I don't really be showing a lot of my emotions or as vulnerable as a lot of people, but it's really affected me. And so this quote is so pivotal to what I'm going through right now. Sometimes you just feel like you're slipping and you can't get up, right? You're just slipping and you fall, and it's like, dang. And I think that's why he said, I can't get up 2 times versus saying I got to get up. That's only 1 time, right? Because it's what you keep saying that to yourself over and over, and you keep hearing that, man, I can't get up, I can't get up, I can't get up. But what you gotta do, you got to get up so you can get back on your feet and you can do what, Trey?
Tear shit up.
Right? We love y'all, man, and we just want y'all to go out, live your Friday. Make sure y'all take that quote into consideration and remember that even though things are looking weird right now, we may be slipping right now, we are going to come up. My girl Lil Kim said, stay down for the come up. Stay down for the come up. Look, I'm just giving y'all
You're giving them too much.
Too much.
They can't handle it.
So we love y'all, man, and we just want to thank y'all for listening. And we're almost coming to the end of this season 2, guys. I graduate next Friday, August 7th.
Friday.
With my master's in PR, guys.
Streaming live, guys.
I wish we were, but we eventually, right? Eventually it's coming, guys. So keep hanging with us. And we're going to be rocking with y'all as well. So we love y'all and peace.